So I'm gonna take you upstairs real quick and show you where the magic happened up in the studio. So we're gonna go up here real quick.
Peace, what's going on? How are you guys doing today? It's your boy Tavon Johnson, aka Black Ice, singer, songwriter, recording artist, and you guys are rocking with Authentic Talks with Tay. Now, we have a special guest here today. You know, I have the ability to be able to introduce, family, and also a very, very dope artist, one of our local artists here from Delaware. He goes by Flame J, and I will give him the opportunity to introduce himself. So tell us about yourself, man. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on, Black Ice? Pleasure to be here.
Definitely appreciate you.
First how we do. Yeah. So like you said, Flame J, local artist. Man, it's crazy because I didn't really know Black Ice, even though we were family, and at one event we linked up and then just kind of hit it off. He did music, and now we're here. Fast forward to now we're here. But like he said, I'm just a local artist. I'm trying to do big things. Got dreams. I'm trying to see them pan out, and they've been moving in the right direction. So always learning and just moving forward. I want to, accelerate in everything I do, and I love doing music. So I got into it when I was like at 14. I took it serious, kind of fell back a little bit, and then I came back out and took it serious again. And fast forward, now we're here. Since then, since I came back, I kind of been just foot on the pedal, and I done got me, a couple plaques. I have 2 plaques. Third one coming real soon. So yeah, man, we just
okay. Nah, that's hey, and that's what we love to hear. So definitely, I got some questions to ask you. The first question that I definitely want to get into, which you kind of expanded on a little bit, but definitely, like, what inspired you to really be an artist? Like, what made Flame be like, okay, this is what I wanted to get into. This is why I am, where you are now.
Yeah, so that's a real good question. So, going back, I didn't even I liked listening to music. I didn't know I had a talent for music. Lo and behold, because I was adopted, so I didn't know any of my real family. But when I finally got around my family, everybody did music. So that was like, well, that's why I like music. But I never had, any instinct to write it or do anything. And then I got into my feelings a couple of times, and I just started writing. And then it would just come to me. It just flowed like water, and I could write songs like 20, 30 minutes. Okay. And then I was recording them on, we had cassette tapes back then, so I used to record my stuff on a karaoke machine I got for Christmas. So I used that, and then I started listening to Michael Jackson, which he's not rap, but he's pop, and his music he's like one of my goats.
Right. Shut up.
And Michael Jackson, and so I used to listen to him all the time. I used to do his dancing and everything. Big fan of Michael Jackson. And then I got turned on to Tupac, and he's just another one. So my inspirations are Tupac and Michael, 2 different music categories, but they are influential and probably the most impactful artists. So listening to them too, I just was like, man, I want to be like that. I want to have the impact like that. They're not with us, but they still are around. Their music is still being, played. So just something that would last forever. I wanted to have something like that.
Right.
So
now speaking about that, I did see that you got your own little brand. You got your brand called Indiecore, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any of that stuff with you? Can you like show anybody real quick? You got a hoodie, t-shirt, anything?
Yeah, I do.
Go grab it real quick.
Go grab that.
Yeah, go grab that. So I just want to let you guys know while he's going to grab that. Of course, like I said, we are here and it's all about promoting positivity, letting people know what's going on. So he has a merch, a whole merch line called Indiecore. A very, very dope line. Definitely check it out, and he'll be able to give you some more information on that as well. But in terms of like Indiecore, like where did the name come from? Like, I mean, of course, we know that like we as independent artists, we definitely want to be indie. We want to have that opportunity to really show our talents ourselves. But like with the entire whole brand, like what would you say, what stuck out to you the most about Indiecore? So
took me a minute because I was off guard. But so we have, like you said, it's called Indiecore. These are, I got gold and black and white. These are my gold. So it says Indiecore. Got the mic on fire. So these are the sweatpants, but I also got them in black. I mean white with the lettering in white. But I like rocking the black and gold ones. So we got those. Those are the sweatpants. And this is the Indiecore shirt. Just has the FJ for Flame J up here, and then on the back it has the Flame J and Indiecore. And this is the white and black. So I got them in white and black and gold. I don't have the matching set here with me right now.
Okay.
But you know what I mean. Get what I'm saying. But
so what started, like, when did you start Indiecore, and like how did you know that was the branding that you wanted to go with before? Because I know that when we'll speak about it, I know you got Flame J Records, but you know, with that branding for your merch, like what inspired that?
I really just seen, you know, everybody had their, you know, every artist had their own merch, or they were coming out with something. So I had people that hit me up, and you know, I never had anybody hit me up and they're like, yo, you got any merch? So I'm like, merch. And you know, it took me a minute. I'm like, well, what you mean? There's like any clothing or anything, like as t-shirts or hat I can buy? I was like, no. So that's where I got the idea from, and I was like, well, I gotta come up with a name or a design or something like that.
Right. And
so the name kind of just hit, because Indiecore. So the indie comes from you know independent artists, indie. So that's where I got the indie from, and then the core was just if you're spiritual or anything like that, all of your power is in your core. You know, they always say work your core muscle, you know, live from your core. It's all in your core. So I just put the two together. So I'm an independent artist, indie artist, and I'm independent to the core. I don't want to be, major
straight indie
like
to the
that.
core.
Indie core. That's where I got it from.
Yes, sir. I like that. So another question that I have for you, kind of along these lines, is like, with everything that you have gone throughout your entire like musical career and such, like, what have been some challenges that you've ran into as an artist from the very beginning, even up to now? Like, now that you have your own record label and all of that type of stuff, like, but we'll start on the other side, just on the artist side. What are some challenges being an artist? And then I'll ask, like, what are some challenges being a CEO?
Right. So that's a good question too. So getting into music, some of the challenges, pretty much the main challenge was lack of knowledge as far as the music business, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to collaborate with like these celebrities, or you got to talk to the managers, and as far as money goes, you could literally, you get in touch with them and ask them for a feature or whatever, and they like, oh, it costs this much, and you not knowing, you can send your money and your money be gone. That they don't have to, they scam, and there's a lot of scams out here, so a lot of fake pages, and you think you're talking to the real people, and now you can, it's just so much stuff you can do. So it was just lack of knowledge. I had to learn all this stuff. And then as far as like, even if you don't do features and you're doing music, you don't know who to go to distribute your music or your copyrights or anything like that. So it's just lack of knowledge was the hard part.
So in terms of like now that you have your own record label, Flame J Records, of course, as we spoke about, and I know that like a lot of artists may think that, okay, hey, me having this record label, that makes me XYZ PDQ, I'm that now. No, just having a label is not the flex itself. We understand as record label owners now that, hey, this is a house for you to be able to house your intellectual properties. But like, now that you're in that realm of owning your own LLC and trying to do it the right way, what have been some challenges for you that you're running into now, learning as a CEO the other side of the actual business of the music?
Man, there's a lot to it. From the outside, you just looking at like, oh, they got a record label, or these major people, they got a record label, and you're like, oh, I just need to sign, being an artist, I just need to sign with them and they'll take care of everything. But when you get your own LLC, or create your whatever, say for me, it would be create my own label. I have to do everything that the label would have done for me if I would have signed to a label.
Especially being indie.
Yeah, so you got to do it all by yourself. Yeah. And, the payment and the taxes, and you got to learn all that because you're the label. So it's actually a lot, and I'm still learning. So there's a lot more I got to learn to make it, as efficient as I want to make it and make the money that I want to make. But it's all worth it because it's all mine, and I don't owe nobody. I don't have to pay nobody. I'm the owner and the artist.
So my next question would be like, why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you make the music that you make as an artist? Like, what is the message that you want to let the people know? Like, you as an artist now, where with what you're going and what you're trying to pursue, what's the message? Like, if you could talk to every person right now watching, like, why should they come and rock with Flame?
Well, I wouldn't get on here and say, talk to, whoever's watching this and be like, yo, come rock with me. Just because people are their own people. So when, if you come across me or just out of curiosity, you want to go listen to me, then do that. But I'm not going to say, go do it. But, if you do listen to me, you might find a song. You might find a song that relates to you and is compatible with your soul, and you're like, dang, I've had this happen before, I experienced this, or I feel like this, and it makes you feel good. Right. And when music is out there and people hear it, they gravitate to what they like or what they connect with. So I do it off of how I feel, and that's not, some stuff is just for show or catchy or some club stuff, but there's a lot of songs that I made that I felt a certain way, so I made it, and I know other people feel this way, so they can relate to it and stuff. So that's why I do it.
What is next? Like, what do you have next on the agenda? Like, what do we have any new music coming out that we should be expecting? Are there any shows that are coming up soon? Like, what's on the roster?
Well, I got a lot going on, but the last show I did was with you at the
we
420.
actually, that was fire.
That was dope.
Shout out to Choose Joy Foundation.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
and I just talked to her. We are on for next year.
Yeah,
she got some stuff on the way, but
yeah. So as far as next, setting up some more events, trying to get the record label, you know, up and going, you know, funding and stuff like that. But definitely some more music. I just got to get in the studio and make it happen. I got a couple songs in the vault that I can put out in the meantime. Definitely some songs that, you know, people will relate to. But as far as next, so you got new music. I'm hoping to. I got one show coming up. Dates will be put out soon, but of course I want to do more shows and more music. And there's something I want to touch on that you had asked about the music. So
yeah.
I've been feeling a certain way lately, listening to, you know, like these other rappers and stuff, and like it's everybody is starting to sound the same. It's not like the old rappers, I don't want to say it like that, but the older music now, it's just like everybody sounds the same and they want to talk, you know, about stuff, and it makes
the normal.
Yeah, it makes the
sex, money, murder.
It makes the culture look bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like when I was younger, I had songs like that.
I mean, I like some gangster music.
Yeah.
And you know, we like what we like subjectively, but
as a whole, when you grow up and you look back, you like, and then you see what's going on in the world, you like, it's definitely affecting the culture, and then everybody wants to do it. And then us as a people, it makes us look bad and blah blah blah. You know, rap about what you're gonna rap about. You know, it just, as far as me, I'm kind of turning from that and gravitating to more wise and, you know,
more meaningful
hip-hop
music.
Yeah, like that. So
for sure.
Just growing as an artist. So.
And I respect that. I definitely feel like we all do. I feel like we all go through those moments where we realize some of the stuff that we did when we were younger, and the music for artists, because I know I've heard other interviews where artists realize that like, hey, you know, before I was doing this type of music and I realized that, hey, I got to do something better. Futuristic, shout out to Futuristic, man. I just copped one of his albums, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the only reason why I grabbed his album, even though I didn't know him too much before this, was because some of the other music that I did hear from him, I wasn't too much of a fan of. But then to see how he turned the leaf, and the album is called Ikigai. So if you guys want to download that, you guys can go download that from Futuristic. But Ikigai it's a dope album, and what it stands for on top of what he promoted throughout the time of the album dropping, I resonated with, because it was definitely very soul changing, and you can tell, like, even in some of his music, in his music videos, he's got his wife in there, he's got his kids, and you know, you see the angle that he's coming from, that like he's changing the narrative. So I definitely respect that as an artist and as a listener, you know, finding that out about the artist that I'm listening to. Right. Real quick before I ask some like fast-paced questions, there's just 3 big questions real quick. Where can everybody find you at? So your social media handles.
So you can find me on Facebook. That's another thing. People not really using Facebook no more like that. I know this.
But I still use it though.
Yeah, I still get on there. I'm not really on any social media as much as I used to be, but I'm there. You can definitely hit me up and I'll answer. But you can find me on Facebook at Flame J. It's Flame Space J. You'll see me. I have the indie core and everything on. You can find me on there. My Instagram, which everybody's mainly on, is at The Real Flame J. Hold on.
I don't know. Keep going.
At The Real Flame J on Instagram. I don't really use Snapchat. YouTube, Flame J. Everything is Flame J. You can find me. You'll definitely see me. You'll know it's me. But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Real quick, 3 questions. So if you could collaborate with any artist, alive or dead, which one would it be? You can only pick one. I know you said you a big Michael Jackson, Tupac fan, but if you could choose any artist, just one feature, who would you get that one feature from? I ain't gonna lie, I would always love to get a track with Michael. That would be for me. Oh, yeah, that Music Soul Child. But if I had to do one, you can do one living, you can do one deceased. One deceased, I would have to say Michael. One living, it would have to be Music Soul Child. Shout out to Music. Like, I would love to do some work.
Dang. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Tupac, cause reason why is cause, and I love Michael, but Michael is pop and I'm rap, so it's kind of I would kind of have to go out of my element to try to make a collab. As Tupac is already, he does hip hop, so it's not really, I don't have to. Yeah, we're in the same thing.
I was gonna say Drake and MJ made it work. Drake made that work with that song.
Yeah, but Drake is kind of pop.
He's pop, not rap like that.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely Tupac. Definitely Tupac.
Facts. Okay, and if you had an alive artist that you could collaborate with, who would that be?
An alive artist, man.
50. I've been seeing you posting 50.
God dang. Yeah, 50's a beast, man. Yeah, I'm a real big fan of Tiger though, and I love Tiger, but my man brought up 50. I'm like, 50. Yeah, I gotta go with 50.
Hey, cause we ain't no window shoppers around here though.
Yeah, no window shoppers.
What's your favorite track that you've made? Like, out of all of the ones that you've done, which one did you have the most fun creating, and why? Like, what gave you that? Cause you got bangers, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I sat and listened to everything today, all over again, and it's just like down to the song selection, the beat selection, the features, and then the delivery of everything, bro. It's banger after banger. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate that, cause I don't feel that way. I mean, of course I got like my favorite ones.
We are biggest critics.
Yeah.
In that sense.
So I appreciate that. I have to say Street Immortal.
Big old baby.
and that's probably because that is my most streamed song, by the way. That is my most streamed song,
and
by the way.
Street Immortal is featuring
Young Buck.
Young
Buck. Shout out to Young Buck. That's my boy
Buck,
right
man.
there. Real down to earth dude. Solid. Ain't no Hollywood celebrity. He don't change up.
Right.
I got a plaque right there. That was my first Spotify plaque. You can't see it right now, but it's on the wall.
Look at it on there.
My first Spotify plaque. I did a song with somebody else, but it hit over 100,000, and I got a plaque for that. I did the song with Young Buck. It's got more than 100,000 now, so that should be my next plaque. But I have to say that one because like I said earlier, with the celebrities, you don't know you can get scammed or nothing like that. So I hit up Young Buck. I hit him up about 5 times. I DM'd him. I didn't get an answer, and I hit him up the 6th time. He DM'd me like right back, and I was like, oh shit! I'm so hyped and shit. So I'm like, cause I love Young Buck. When he was in G, when he came out, I said Buck was my favorite out of Banks, out of 50. It was Buck, and he just raw, and he's mastered his voice to where he's crazy on the tracks. But it was my favorite one because when I did that, I had reached out. He hit me back. He was like, yo, if you give me whatever, I'll knock it out right now today. And I was like, dang. I didn't have it, but I was like, bro, give me like 2 weeks, and you know what I mean, I'll have whatever. Hit me back. He said, hit me up. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm trying to hustle, get the money.
Right.
Got the money, and he's like, yeah, send half now, and then I'll let you know about the track. Send the track to you, and you send out the half. So I'm like, I'm still new.
Right.
I'm like, if if I send him half, he could just dip off with the other money. I was like, I don't know. A lot of people told me not to do it.
Right.
Cause what are you gonna do? You know. So I was like, I told him, I said, hey man, no disrespect, but they told me not to do it. You know, how about you just, you know, do the song and then, you know what I mean, send it to me. I can't use the song without the rights and, you know, you could, I don't want none of that. I just want to make sure that, this dude, he said, man, what's your number? I gave him my number. He called me. We was on the phone for like an hour. I didn't have to go through no manager. I didn't talk to anybody else. He was like, yo, it's Buck. Tennessee number. He was like, yo, I'm not out to get nobody. I've been got, you know, the whole thing with his record label and stuff. He's like, I've been got before. I don't want to do that. I'm in it for the longevity. If I can make you, you know, have a part in your success, then, you know, that looks good on me. But I would never do you like that. Blah blah. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, cool. So I sent him the money. When I tell you, like 30 minutes later, he called me back and he was like, yo, listen to this. He put me on speaker. He's in the studio. Had the whole thing. He said, and I didn't even write that hook. Shout out to Buck. Buck wrote the hook. I didn't ask him. I said, yo, I didn't even have a hook. I just sent him the beat. I said, do something. I said, do whatever you want. I'll work around you. I didn't have no beat. I didn't have no vocals. I sent him 2 instrumentals. I said, pick one. He picked one. I said, I don't have nothing. Just write a verse. This dude called me back. He said, I'm going to go first. He said, I wrote a hook too. You don't have to keep it, but I wrote it. Of course I kept it because that
big old back, yeah, that was fire, dog.
But I said he went above and beyond. I sent him just 2 beats. He picked the beat. He wrote the hook. He wrote his verse, and all I had to do was write my verse. And he called me back, and I was like, cool. And I sent him the money. He sent me everything. He sent me the vocals and everything. And then that was just dope. So now I hit him up. I was like, bro, I said, can we do a video? He said, yeah, I'll do it for the same. Come on out to Tennessee. I drove out Tennessee and we shot the video. Man, it was lit. He was cool. So I ain't got nothing to say. He didn't forget me or nothing. Like he'll go live and I'll tap into his live. I'll be like, yo, what's good, Buck? He'll be like, Flame, what's up, bro? So it ain't nothing like you do a song. Yeah.
It's real love. Yeah, no, that's all it is, man. So, big ups. Big ups, Buck, man. Hey, the last question that I have is, if you had any advice that you could give to an artist out there that may not be as established as you, an artist that just may need a different perspective on this music game, because a lot of people really believe that you can't make it. And it's like, there really is a way for everybody to make it, but you have to put in the work. So like, if from where you've gotten to, if you could go back to your 14-year-old self, what would you give your 14-year-old self advice on to like cut through everything that you've been through now? Or would you cut through anything? Because, you know, they say cutting corners, you know, you're still going to end up having to go and do things the long way around to get things done the right way. But, I mean, I know that we all make some mistakes in life that we'd be like, oh, man, if I can go back and do X, Y, Z, I would do this.
Yeah, see, the problem with that when people say that is it's like, in reality, that would be a butterfly effect if you go back and change something. Facts. So if I went back and gave myself knowledge on, you know, the future and stuff, by the time I got here, shit would have changed, and it might not be
the same.
So
right. You're right.
I wouldn't do anything because it played out like it played out for a reason. So Facts. I'm not gonna go back and change anything because it might play out something different.
So if you could tell anyone how could you give someone advice in the sense of, say they just got a studio, they have no musical knowledge, no musical business, what would be some things that they could start at, or a mindset that they could have to put them in that position that they want? We definitely know consistency. In this game, you have to always be consistent.
I would just say if you did that much already, that means you dedicated and just keep doing it. whenever you got free time, whenever you're not at work, late night, just hustle, because you did all that. If you got the equipment and you're doing all this, you're doing it for a reason. So just keep on doing it for that reason, that you already, you got all the equipment and stuff, and you'll learn it. Just like anything, if you keep doing it, you'll learn it. Practice makes perfect, and you just keep doing it. And you'll figure it out. You have to learn. Some people will help you out, and those are good people. Some people are gatekeepers. You do have YouTube. You can get a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right.
But really, you just have to do it yourself. Something that worked for somebody else might not work for you. Or when they did it at that time, shit might have changed. So now it's not. You can't do it that way. So you got to do it yourself, and you'll figure it out yourself. If you get help along the way, that's better. But you just got to do it yourself.
Nice. Hey man, well again, like I said, I appreciate you for being here. We are rocking on Authentic Talks with Tay. You can follow me on Instagram at BLKICE33. All the links and everything will be in the bio below, and you can follow Flame at
The Real Flame J on IG. And I follow back, so hit me up for sure.
Definitely. Peace, and you guys have a great day. Hey you, thanks for listening to Authentic Talks with Tay. Authentic Talks with Tay is brought to you today by Spotify for Podcasters and Energy TV, the multimedia plug. Energy TV is a social media marketing agency that focuses on making sure your company or profile is receiving high traffic as optimally as possible. We pride ourselves on being accessible and responsive to your needs while providing you the maximum visibility and engagement as much as possible. Check us out on Instagram at NRGTV33.
Let's get straight to it, Tempo.
Straight to it.
Shots.
Flame J.
You know how I'm rocking. Flame, what up?
What up, boy?
Live it up.
Yeah.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Hey. Life is short. I just woke up and seen Juice WRLD ain't make it. Smoke a new port, pop a few perks, got all this pain, can't take it. Gotta stay silent, bitterness bomb with the blood, let no one break it. Started from the bottom. Keep shit real when the next one fake it. I'm thirsty. I gotta run through this by Thursday. 30 bird play. Shotty coming all the way from Jersey. And it's a birthday. I tell her, be careful, don't hurt, right? It's snow on top of this mountain. I'm just counting, baby, no worries.